Now, one of the things that I've been itching to do for some time, especially after learning all these culinary techniques and doing French recipe for years, is to start to bring my own little modification and improvement to classic French recipes. It's time to step up. And I'm gonna start today with the 40-clove garlic chicken, something I've done 5 years ago, the classic recipe, but I thought we could do something a little bit different. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ditch the butter and oil used to cook the chicken and replace that with duck fat. We're going to sear the chicken and we're going to use the duck fat to pan-fried croutons on which we're going to spread the braised garlic on top to serve as a side. The sauce, which is normally just a kind of a broth, is going to be transformed into a cognac, garlic and cream sauce because cream just improves all the flavors, and we're going to serve all that in a plate, and I am going to be digging in that whole thing and let you know how it tastes like. I can't wait, let's go. Alright, so what's the plan of action? First thing that I'm going to do is to reduce the amount of garlic cloves. The recipe calls for 40 cloves, but garlic is expensive nowadays. So I'm going to use 30 cloves. And one of the great things about that recipe, if you have not done it before, is that the clove can be used whole without peeling them. And that is beautiful. Now you need to take them off the shell here and kind of remove any loose part, loose leaves. You don't want to end up with all of these tiny leaves in your dish, okay? That's the only thing you need to do. For the rest, chicken, you can use chicken thighs. I'm using a whole chicken that I've broken down. I've got the legs, the breast on here, and I'm going to use here the wings, the neck for some added flavor. With that, all what you're going to need is a bit of cognac, which is optional, white wine, and some cream that is in the fridge. I'm going to finish that off maybe at the end with a little bit of, a touch of parsley, but most importantly, a crunchy bread. We're going to make some crouton with this and use some duck fat, and this is where all the magic is going to happen. When we're going to be serving this, it's going to have all these flavors of garlic, cognac, cream. It's going to be amazing. Let's go. I always like that little step of flavoring your fat. You see, look at this. It's crisping up. It reminds me sometimes some Indian style of cooking when they infuse flavors into the oil. I'm going to start here straight with the little piece of wings and the neck and color them. Everything has been seasoned with salt and pepper. Now, another thing that is usually done differently is that you sear your chicken first, then remove it, then you put your garlic. Now here, I find it easy to start with these little offcuts, and immediately I'm going to add all my garlic cloves in here, to fill the pan and let them cook a little bit before I start cooking my main pieces of chicken. When everything is colored, that makes my aromatic garnish. So from here, all what we're going to do is take it out of the pan and reserve it in a bowl. As you can see, my pan is smoking hot here, so I'm going to add a little bit of more fat, another tablespoon, and this time I'm gonna put my chicken on a moderate heat, but in a different way. I've coated my chicken pieces here with some flour because I always think it makes for different types of searing when I use a bit of flour. So I'm gonna lay down these pieces and let them color gently. I don't want to rush anything, really let the flavor diffuse very slowly and get some caramelized juices. Now, very often people ask me, why do you add flour? What's the benefit? I think it can help thicken the sauces, but most importantly, look at that. You see that color? That kind of searing that you've got here? It's like a nice little crust. That's the kind of thing I want to get with my chicken. Look at these colors. This really rustic kind of golden brown. I love this. So it's been, 7 minutes in total? And now that I've got this color that I want, I'm going to slowly start adding back all of these aromatic garnish that I have into the pan. So that means the pieces of chicken, fill the gaps where there's no chicken, add some flavors. Plus, of course, after that, we're gonna have the garlic cloves. So the garlic cloves, a bit everywhere like that. And boom, listen to this. The chicken is happy there, the pan, happiness in a pot. Now, we have the color, we got the aromatic garnish, but we still want a little bit of moisture in there, but not to get that kind of soggy chicken. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of my cognac here, 30 ml. And I'm not doing a flambé, by the way. It's not always necessary to do a flambé. We are moistening the chicken a little bit under, in the under part. Okay, just so it bubbles up. And we're going to reduce the heat and leave this to cook covered. So I've got a lid here. Okay, that I'm going to put on. And don't forget that after 20 minutes total time, you need to take these breasts out and continue to cook the other ones. Now that we've got some time, I've put 2 tablespoons of fresh duck fat, and I'm going to make these duck fat croutons. We're going to make garlic toast to serve with the chicken. Let's have a look. Oh, the duck fat strikes again. Let's not overdo this. It's a bit too hot in the pan, but you see, a nice coloring. As soon as the croutons are ready, use a paper towel and you drain the excess fat. All right, I think it's time for the breast. The vapors. Wow, that smells good. See all the cognac and stuff. So I'm going to gently scoop out the breast here, and we're going to continue the cooking for the legs and everything. Make sure we've got the cloves in the liquid. Very important, so that they can really cook the garlic cloves. So we're going to make some space. And you see, it's very tight. It's not too much liquid. What I usually do, foil, put this in the oven at 50 degrees, keep them warm. The time is up and we've just reached caramelization point. Look at this. Everything is almost dry. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my chicken. I'm going to reserve it in a pan and put the breast in there. And I'll show you why in a bit. Okay, and we're going to discard all of the little bits here and take all the garlic and scoop it off in a bowl. Now, as soon as the chicken is out, you're going to have to make your sauce. So you will note that I've left some of this garlic. These were all the overcooked garlic, and something I'm going to do here to make a garlic. So I'm going to press with a fork, extract and remove the skins and leave the garlic flesh behind. That I'm going to mix with my cream. So make sure you take everything out. And you do the same for whatever garlic you've left in your pan there. Now, would you look at this? This is my garlic puree. I've put my heat back on medium. You can put to medium high. Concentrating the taste, and immediately all what I'm going to do is to use cream. And cream has got that power of capturing flavors and enhancing anything. So I'm going to start with a bit. I'm going to use 200 ml here. Okay, that's half of it, and I'm going to add the rest. Oh, look at this color, it's just what I wanted. Putting the rest of my cream in. And that is going to be our sauce. And now we're going to reduce, we're going to taste. A tad of salt, a little bit. A hint of pepper. And I'm going to be a bit naughty here by adding the rest of my cognac in there. And then let this to reduce for just a few minutes. My sauce is ready. Look at the consistency. It's really thick. It's really coat the spoon. I'm going to add a tad of parsley, as I said. Turn the heat off. Mix that in. And that's it. I'm going to be ready to serve. Crisp up the chicken and we're done. So as I said for the chicken, once you're making the sauce, you can put this into a pan and keep this warm in the oven while you make the sauce, and then either put the chicken straight into the sauce, or if you want to kind of claim back some of that crispiness, even though it's pretty good, I'm going to put this in that pan under the broiler very briefly to crisp up everything on a very, very high heat. So that's an oven-proof kind of frying pan. It's super handy. It's a bit restaurant style. And here we are. So I've got here the chicken, some of the garlic, and the toast. You need to take the garlic that's here and extract the flesh and spread it on the bread. Of course, I haven't done the last touch that I'm going to do now in front of you, which is to add that lovely sauce. Now, this is my signature sauce, in fact, that I've just decided to create. And this is really what makes the dish. And instead of a dryish kind of thing, now I'm covering the chicken with this and adding a touch of, again, extra parsley on top. Let me have a look. Oh, it tastes. Now the sauce. I mean, look at that. You know, and you can press, you see this garlic clove? If you press the garlics, you can extract all of this extra garlic flesh and then put it on the chicken like that. Bathe it in the sauce. Okay, you try that. Maybe I'm just a sauce lover, but for me, the garlic with the cream, you know, that little technique goes perfectly. What people like to do is to take that toasty, and that's what you see in here, and usually can, you know, have it with more sauce on there, and you eat it. If you have plenty of sauce, you can even dip it in your sauce like this, and then I mean, duck fat croutons with a garlic cream sauce on it. Insanity. And here we are, my version of the dish, the 30 clove of garlic chicken served with a creamy cognac and garlic sauce. If you try the recipe, tell me what you think, honest opinion. 30 cloves, I think, was a bit greedy. 40 was better because they shrink when they cook, but for the rest, super delicious. Make sure you get plenty of croutons, plenty of sauce, because this is the key in that dish. But that's it for this video. We'll see you all next time for another one-pot video. We're going to continue making deliciously simple French recipes that you can enjoy at home. So join me next week again for another video. Take care all. Bye-bye.